Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh, today we're talking love and marriage, Huntsville. Y'all know why y'all here. Anything I say is alleged in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some housekeeping items, some meat and potato items. It is free to follow me, free to subscribe to this channel, Anonymous Tea, free to subscribe to my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast, free to follow me on the Tickety Talk as long as 47 allows it for the next couple of months on Anonymous Tea Podcast, free to follow me on the Instagrammies at Anonymous Reality Tea, and also free to share everywhere, free to copy and post the link, repost the links, and share them, you guys. So, the ratings are in, y'all. So, the season finale had 313,000 views with 0.05 in the demo. The reunion episode only went up 3,000 views, 0.06 in the demo. But what is important to me is that in comparison to January of 2024, so literally, a little over a year ago, the season finale had only 4,004 more viewers. It had 317,000 more viewers, and the demo was at 0.06, which was on par for the reunion demographic. However, the reunion part 1 had 364,000 viewers. So that is a loss of 50,000 viewers since 2024. And so what that told me was that, we were aware in January of 2024 of Martell getting arrested, right, for the revenge P. And a lot of people at that point, said that they were not going to be watching the show. They were going to be blacking out. So I feel like that, because I think that happened, January 9th? That happened January 9th when that arrest happened. So that happened 3 days after the reunion part 1 episode. And I think the part 2 of that season went up. But my point is, now that you guys are aware of Mel leaving the show, and I know some of you guys said that you are going to be blacking out, you weren't going to be tuning in, all this and that. But now that you are aware that, even though there's a loss of 50,000 viewers, technically 48,000, but 50,000 viewers since 2024 from the last reunion, what are you going to do now that viewership didn't really change as far as there being a significant loss, because still people tuned in and it went up by 3,000 viewers. But still overall, compared to a year ago, it's a loss of 50,000 viewers in the grand scheme of things in terms of this episodes for the reunion. So my question to y'all is, now that you're aware that this reunion episode still hit over 300,000 views, are you going to actually black out reunion episode part 2 and part 3? Because I'm guessing what part 3 is going to be is, and this is my speculation, I haven't read any synopsis or anything like that yet, but my speculation is they're going to bring back Stormy and attack Mel and attack the fan base of Millimeters and Mel supporters. And so they're probably anticipating that to be their big viewership episode of a full-on attack, is what I'm suspecting, right? And so my question is, are you guys going to black out this upcoming episode that's going to be this Saturday, that is the night before the Super Bowl? Are you going to be blacking out the following week as well, which is going to be Valentine's Day weekend, and also the weekend of NBA All-Star weekend as well? I just want to know. Y'all got to let me know in the comments. So that is that. Also, a couple other things I wanted to get into was Lexi, which is Chris Fletcher's daughter and Nell Fletcher's stepdaughter, has posted a reel on social media, and it says, point of view, when your clout chasing family uses you for a storyline on reality TV. Posts a clip, says, and then the caption and the gag is, they wanted to break me, but this built me up to fight for my own self-worth and peace. Let's talk about it. Staying tuned. Hashtag I win, you lose. Hashtag reality TV. Hashtag LAMH. Hashtag for you page. Hashtag explore. Hashtag drama. Hashtag love and marriage Huntsville. So I think she's going to be doing, Lexi is going to be doing another interview of sorts coming soon, because I feel like there's so much conversation about the Fletchers, and there's so much that is being left out due to them refusing to acknowledge, what is going on with their relationship or lack thereof with Lexi, but yet they have the audacity to come on the show this past season and make up this big deal that they're these alleged mentors. And if they are mentors, they're doing a terrible job of mentoring anybody, because how can you claim to be mentors of people who got divorced, and not only got divorced and can't even be, in the same room with each other, can't even get along, but then you have the audacity to take it a step further and try to blame Mel in particular, that you guys, were so busy mentoring her that you ignored your dying mom. Like it was just completely and utterly ridiculous. And everybody knows that if you've got a sick relative like that, any friend, any colleague or coworker or whoever is going to understand if you need time to step away. I can't tell y'all how many jobs I've been on where people knew a sick relative was dying and they would take that time off to go to appointments or whatever else, or even when the relative's put in hospice or whatever else, they had time to prepare. So you're telling me that you just didn't see your dying mom at all and that you were doing all this stuff to tend to Mel? No. I think you were distracted with something else. And if what Lexi is saying is true, according to her, y'all were not on good terms. So that's what I got to say about that. The last thing that I want to talk about is a couple of messages that Mel had posted on her social media. So Mel first posted, do you ever take a break? When's the last time you stepped back, removed yourself from things that you claim don't serve you? Actions always speak louder than words. Tuesday morning thoughts with a shooting star. Now, the Mel haters thought for some reason that this was a shot at the Millimeters and that Mel supporters needed to shut up and move on from the show. Real talk. That's the narrative, y'all. That is the narrative. But my thing is this. It actually, to me, would be to the Mel haters, because my thing is, if I'm no longer on the show, if I'm no longer affiliated with the show, why are you still running up all this content to bash me? Why are you still wasting your time on social media bashing me and saying all this slander against me if I'm no longer on the show? You're showing that you do not have anything else to talk about but me. Because the reason I say that this is about the Mel haters is because her next post is that I love y'all. That's all. That's the post with heart emojis and the shooting star. That would have been after Mama Van posted cussing out, in the churchly way, in the God-fearing way, Nell Fletcher for lying and playing games and everything else for the sake of being a reality TV star. Mel's never going to condemn the Millimeters, and she said as such. But now people are trying to spin this, Mel's gone from the show, so she's freed the Millimeters from talking about, the show, and freed the Millimeters so they can't, talk about the show. No. See, y'all got it twisted. Y'all are trying to spin so many different narratives and twist and turn because y'all are desperate to try to bring over any type of Mel supporter your way. Because you know, without that clout, without that legs, without that type of attention, people are going to be making a mass exodus of this show. And it's, you know, we can tell by the ratings, people are still tuned in now. People are still watching now. But what is that energy going to be when the trailer allegedly for season 10 drops? Allegedly, if we ever get an actual official confirmation, an official press release that the season's been renewed. Can you make it make sense? Just like the alleged NAACP award shindig that Carlos King is claiming that they threw for him, but I never saw any actual acknowledgement from the NAACP. And oh, by the way, never saw any nominations for Love and Marriage Huntsville by the NAACP. So it was giving semantics. It was giving words with friends. It was giving, you know, let's play some games here because we're jealous of the fact that it was Mel that was nominated for the reality TV queen and ended up winning, and you wanted to put together some shindig to make it seem like the NAACP, which is, you know, something that is more recognized by, you know, the award show recognizing and honoring the talent in the Black community, that was going to gain attention. But what you failed to realize is that there was no award. There was no recognition. It was a Q&A that you set up, that y'all put together to make it seem like there was all this buzz, there was all this interest. And I think you did that because you had an inkling that Mel was out the door. And you had an inkling that you had to turn on Martell in order to move forward with the Scotts. But all of this, just like everything else as it pertains to Carlos King, is backfiring. It is backfiring. But nonetheless, that is all that I got to say in this video. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of the ratings only going up a couple of thousand, but losing 50K from the last reunion that aired over a year ago? What do you think of Lexi, Nell's stepdaughter, Chris Fletcher's daughter, basically calling them out that they used her for clout? They used her for a storyline and alluding to something coming up to where she's going to be able to tell her full truth. And then what do you think of Melody Sheree's posts about people needing to take a break? When's the last time people took a step back and removed themselves from things that they claim don't serve them? And that's the whole thing. If you're talking about positivity and all these things, you're not going to spend time bashing somebody else because that's not something that's positive. You're not going to talk reckless about somebody else because that's not positive. You're being an actual hypocrite there. You're being actually two-faced there. So nonetheless, you're basically, you know, you're a walking contradiction because everything that you're saying, you're not preaching. You're not practicing what you're preaching at all. And also said that she loves y'all. That's all. That's the post. And obviously, I think that's to both her mom and that's supposed, you know, also to her supporters, calling out the BS. She, you know, calling, and that's the whole point that I'm trying to make, y'all. Mel may be gone from the show, but what she's not going to want is for people to try to push their own false narratives on her. So I think if it gets out of hand or whatever else, I think Mel will have to take some legal action against some people. Because what you're not going to do is continue to push, you know, these false narratives, especially involving the bodyguard and everything else, and, you know, and get away with it. But the same people who are concerned about what people are going to do when Mel's not on the show seem to be the same people who can't keep Mel's name out their mouth. They got that melody still playing in their system. So there's that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.